4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Strap in, this will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. Mr23vikings now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run. That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Goff. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Lions 7, Vikings nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Mr23vikings now out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Kaepernick. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Steps away. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Levi Onwuzurike in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's pulled in at the 32. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. This defense for the Vikings, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Play action. It's Goff. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox, on to punt for the Lions. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5. On 2nd down, Cook, a first down and more. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Vikings, nothing.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. He'll buy some time right. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Now a play fake. Kaepernick completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Let's bring it. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Here we go.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
All day, every day, any day. Mike 38, Mike 38.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick rolling to his right. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Lions' 7-yard line.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complimentary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive game.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Now a 1st down throw. Goff. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 4. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Throw caught by Raymond. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And this one taken in by Cephas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now Kaepernick. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And he completes it to Westbrook. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Greg Joseph for the Vikings field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
The kick by Joseph is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now it's Swift. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw, Goff. Rolling to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Goff on third down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum.
He's got a man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. They run again on first down. Cook, big hole up the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Handoff comes to Cook. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So, CD, maybe put a pin in that one as this game progresses. It's a field goal that gets them the lead here in the 3rd, but boy, you hate settling for 3 when you're that close to the goal line.
Well, it certainly pains me to say it, but I do think it was the right call. Now, if they lose, you and I both know that'd be one of the things that gets second-guessed. Why didn't you go for it on 4th and goal? I know the mindset was take the points, get the lead. And by the way, if they went for it and got stuffed, they'd second-guess that too.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a carry for Swift. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Off play action. Here's Goff. That is caught. It's Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff sliding out of the pocket. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Goff now looks to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Seibert's kick is good. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this 3rd quarter. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Levi Onwuzurike picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Buying time to his left. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Fielded just inside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
74 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the 50, it's gone.
He gets this complete to Cephas.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The option to give to Williams here.
And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
They'll try it now with Swift.
That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamal Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Kaepernick, gotta have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On first down, Swift, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your